On February 4th, 1959, the Harris County Park Commissioners, headed by Bill Kirkland, who also served as chairman of the board for First City National Bank, reported that they were more or less marking time, but that they were not sitting idly by on the county's stadium and coliseum project. Kirkland also noted that the first step in additional financing might come in an agreement with the Houston Fat Stock Show, which had generously agreed to go into the project if the Coliseum's plans met its needs. The present Coliseum, known as the Sam Houston Coliseum, did not meet the show's needs. There just wasn't enough room or enough parking space, not to mention the trouble with downtown traffic. If the Fat Stock Show was to endorse the site, which was yet to be selected, and then approve the plans for the Coliseum so that a down payment could be made on the site, with part of that money being provided for the structure, then enough of the $20 million revenue bonds could be sold to get a running start on the whole deal. It was a matter of which end was carrying the load. The revenue bonds could not be sold until enough probable revenue could be allocated, but assured for their retirement, and the present status left but one possibility on such assurance, and that was the Fat Stock Show. On February 10th, Craig Cullinan and George Kirksey from our Houston Sports Association, along with Art Rooney, owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, announced that the Steelers and the Chicago Bears of the National Football League would meet in a pro football exhibition game on August 29th at Jefferson Stadium in Houston. Craig and Bud Adams, who could not join the press conference at that time, were the sponsors, and George would serve as the general manager of the event. We outbid several other cities in obtaining the game, which was played in Pittsburgh the previous year. It would mark the first appearance for either team in Houston. Only two other pro exhibition games had been played in Houston, and that was back in 1951 at Rice Stadium and 1952 at Jefferson. On February 12th, Marty Marion, new owner and president of the Houston Buffaloes, shared his plan to offer the Buffs as tenants for a first unit of the new stadium, possibly to seat 15,000 as part of the building plan. Marion pointed out that the Buffs' rental fee would be from $25,000 to $45,000 per year, or a sizable revenue. He noted that the Buffs would want a lease for the life of AAA baseball in Houston, with the realization that the picture would change when Major League Ball came to Houston and the stadium would have to be expanded. Both Kirkland and Archer Romero, a member of the park board and chairman of the Fat Stock Shows committee, expressed interest in discussing Marion's plan. Meanwhile, Buff ticket sales for their first year in the AAA American Association more than doubled the entire advance total for their 1958 final year in the AA Texas League.